Say what's up to everybody. I got you on the phone right here. Okay, go ahead. Just talk. Go ahead.
Okay. Yo, yo, yo. This is Big Boss from Oakland, California. And first of all, I want to thank Ace Live for agreeing to come on my show, honoring me to come on my show, my little small Paquito channel. It's a great honor when a YouTube celebrity like Ace Live takes time to come down to my little tiny channel to show some love. So shout out to Ace Live and shout out to all the Ace Live supporters and followers and subscribers.
Okay, cool. So guys, we're about to do an interview. If you want to see the interview, it's going to be on the channel called Big Boss
Real Talk.
And I'm showing them your page right now. Okay.
Cool.
This is how it looks. The brother right here got a Wakanda chain on. All right. And then actually you can see what is scheduled. You can see right here it's scheduled. Okay. So that's happening right now. So you might have questions that you want to ask me. He might ask those questions. So go on to his channel to just see what he got going on. All right. So I gave you a thing. I'm gonna let them watch a little bit of the live stream, and then that'll be it. They can't catch up. They're gonna have to come to your page to watch it. Let me put this thing on silent. My phone on silent too. Hold on. Okay.
Right.
Put it on silent. There I go. When people want to contact you
in the middle of a stream.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way. I'm on my phone now. So my laptop comped out.
You put it on private, the phone? So it don't noises when you get messages? It'll do that too. I used to forget doing that too when I live stream.
Right.
Trust me, I know all about the live stream game, man. I've been doing the live stream. Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna put on airplane mode, then I have no internet. Put on private.
Do not disturb.
Do not. Right. Do not. This phone. Okay. Do not disturb. Oh, boom. There you go. Got it. Got it. All right.
I'm ready.
You ready? All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yo. So again, thank you, Ace Live, for coming on my show. I apologize for the technical difficulty, struggle streaming. But like Kevin Samuels used to say, hey, you build the plane while you fly it, right? And a motivational speaker that I used to follow a lot, he said, grow your wings on the way down. Jump off the cliff and you grow your wings on the way down. So, hey, had to try to make it work. But again, thank you for coming on, sir. Thank you for coming on. So, Mr. Ace Live in the building. I see you dropped the live. This is Ace now.
Yeah. I mean, I still go by Ace Live, but I changed the name because I think it would just be easier to find who I am. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was a struggle for it to pop up in the algorithm, but now it's popped up. So, yeah, I just when people meet me, what's your YouTube name? I just put Ace and it'll pop up. It's just easier for people to find me. I like it that one word. That's
one word. Ace.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, sir.
So about how long ago did you make that change?
Oh, man. Okay, so what I do, I'm glad you asked this question. So what I do typically every 2 months, 3 months, I just do like an audit on my channel. Like this, basically checking out, different things. I look heavily on the analytics.
Okay.
Right. So for those who are listening now, we actually get a lot of reports in the back end when we upload content, and so we get a lot of information in our analytics. And so what I do is I just check out previous analytics, see how times is going, and just look at things that could probably enhance my channel's growth. So there'll be times when I'll change my my profile picture. And I'll change this and that, and for various reasons, just to test different things out to see what effective. Because even a small thing as a profile picture can get you more views.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's simple. Like it's stuff like that can get you more views. So I make sure I do all these different things, and for the most part, it's been working out for me.
I see. I mean, what they say, numbers don't lie. Wow, and that's big for you.
But they don't tell you the whole truth. They don't tell you the whole story.
You say numbers. You say numbers don't tell you the whole story.
Yes, they don't tell you the whole story,
sir.
Okay. Well, I used to always think that numbers were the best thing ever you can get. The more I'm teaching, like guys, if you're listening now, you ever wanted to be a YouTuber, I'm giving you some really good information. I always talk about this on my Instagram. So like people on my Instagram, they understand. I teach them exactly what that means. Numbers don't tell you the whole story, because you can get a lot of views for something, right? But let's say, for example, the views are coming from a country that has low AdSense, right? So let me explain to you how YouTubers get paid in a quick nutshell. Whenever you watch a YouTube video, there's a commercial. That's everywhere in the world, all right? But commercials cost differently depending on the country. So a commercial in the United States is not the same price you can run a commercial in another country. So there are countries where commercials are run at like pennies and stuff like that. And so when you have an audience coming from these particular countries, I mean, the numbers is there, but that your bottom line is not going to be there. That's what a lot of you might see a lot of content coming from different countries and stuff. It's like, wow, they got a lot of views. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? And I've seen that here as a content creator dealing with Latin content creators. I've been around them. I was one content creator. He's Latin. Okay. Makes Latin type of content. And so he was just showing me his ad revenue. And I say, that don't even make any sense. And then it dawned on me, because he's a Latin content creator, his target audience is from this country. And I had to tell him a couple of things, and it actually changed his life. Like I told him, like just focus on your core audience, but focus on making sure you can accommodate the other artists where the ad revenue is higher. And so it worked out that way. So numbers don't mean anything. For example, subscribers, you know what I'm saying, as well.
Right.
Yeah. I like watching PewDiePie. PewDiePie now is in Japan. He just moved to Japan. He's the biggest YouTuber besides like having a machine in front of you. Like I think his T-Series is like got more subscribers now, right? But he's like just by himself doing it. He has a team, but initially that's what, you're looking at a regular one content creator besides a huge corporate. And you look at him, he has over 100 million subscribers, but he averages 2 million views every upload.
Wow.
That's the way the algorithm works. That's the way it is. Before, it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? So when you see subscriber numbers, I was just looking at this one guy right now.
Okay.
I forgot his name, but he got 2 million subscribers.
Wow.
You look at his channel now, he's getting 2,000 views.
What?
You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, he got 2 million subscribers. So I looked, and like 8 years ago, he was booming. He was doing well. Now it's like, so I think like that's another thing too. I think there's certain creators who are able to withstand the test of time, depending on the topic they talk about. And then there's other creators who are just going to die out with the fad. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when you see MKHD, Marcus Brownlee now, right? He changed his channel to art. He talks about technology. That's something that's going to always be something that needs to be talked about. So it's not like a novelty he's doing.
Right.
I used to watch a show. Epic Mealtime. I don't know if you saw that. It's a show, man, huge. It was so famous, and they would do these epic type of meals. Like they'll buy a whole bunch of McDonald's sandwiches, and they'll cut it up, and they'll make a lasagna out of it, and they'll put another. Like go to Wendy's, and they'll put cheese, they'll put bacon. There was always one thing they always had: bacon, and I think bourbon or whiskey. If those who know what I'm talking about, go ahead and comment. Right?
Okay.
And so they would do that, and so it got huge.
Wow.
But it slowly died out. Some people left the show, wasn't showing on the show. Certain novelties on the show were not there anymore. And so, the little format switched a little bit too much, and then people just died out and stopped watching it. He still uploads. It's not demanding the 10 million views he used to get. You know what I'm saying? He still has those subscribers and I watch it. There's a content creator I've been trying to contact for a couple months now. For years, right? His name is Stephen Joe, right? He's like the original, if anything, I could say he's like the original type of prankster, like making jokes in the streets and stuff like that. You've seen a lot of people do that, like Boom Game.
That's old YouTube. That's old YouTube. That's when I first started watching YouTube.
So Boot Gang was not the first to do something like. I mean, Boot Gang was just he was doing it in a different way. He was just grabbing stuff and taking off, and essentially disturbing the peace type of way. And so Stephen Joe disappeared, for whatever reasons, and then he came back. And so he assumed that his audience would still be there. No, you had an audience. You left 8 years ago. That audience grew. It's gone.
8 years? Right.
Or I'm just saying, I think a couple years ago, that audience is not the same audience. They're not, their mind frame is not on that type of entertainment anymore.
Right.
And so as a content creator, you have to be conscious about the times. Does your content have a time limit? Are you going to be able to move with the times? Someone that is a prime example of that is Snoop Dogg. Snoop.
Yeah. Yes.
Snoop Dogg, I think, is like the biggest rapper in the world. I was in Vietnam, right? Mm-hmm. And when I was in Vietnam, the little kids saying Snoop Dogg. they can't speak English, but they say Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. To you? Were they calling you Snoop Dogg?
Call me Snoop Dogg, right?
You had.
No, I don't know. Yeah, my hair was kind of something like that, but they went ahead and did it. I guess they were just saying any black name they knew, and Snoop Dogg was one of them. And there was a couple of times they said that to me.
Well, I get Mike Tyson when I'm overseas, some places. They think Mike Tyson.
Could it be the bald head? If I squint a little bit, I see a little Mike Tyson there, man.
No.
I might see more. But right, what it was is Snoop knows how to embrace the time, and then the time receives him. Like as these trends change, new people want to be around him. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, Lil Wayne, when he, his time was slowly short. We all remember Lil Wayne. Rain.
A milli. Yeah.
There's anything you can do no wrong. But then these new cats was coming in. The Rich the Kid, Kodak Black,
the Baby,
Bert, right?
Yeah.
And they asked Lil Wayne how he felt about these rappers, and he said he really, he didn't understand, who these guys were, and unfortunately, him not receiving them make him, I guess, for that newer audience, because that audience, those kids represent a new wave of audience, and they're not going to be listening to Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? And the only way they're going to understand who Lil Wayne is through those Lil Uzi, Kodak, stuff like that. So you always got to look at the times and understand like when is the perfect opportunity to re-expose yourself to the new times and stuff like that. So Snoop is just a master at that. You know what I mean? You know, so shout out to Snoop Dogg.
Shout out to Snoop Dogg. Well, you know what? You are like that in a sense, and I guess that's not by accident, that's by design, because you're speaking on it. So I'm sure for your own self, you make sure to do that. That's why every few months you look at your analytics and you look at your strengths and weaknesses and see where you can improve. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to get more on my analytics. Hell, I need to incorporate social media more. It's dope the way when we were messaging today, it's like, well, I'm gonna be on Instagram and I'm gonna promote it on Instagram and then on I saw you did it on Facebook and this and that. I mean, wow, that's what's up. Utilizing all the social medias, not just YouTube itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, trust me, man. I was there right where you sitting right now. You know what I'm saying? And
no,
I remember
you were never at 1,000 subscribers. You were always at now. I remember.
Man, I was just looking at some of my old videos. I've been on YouTube since 2006, actually.
Whoa!
People don't know this. I've been on YouTube since 2006. My earliest videos in terms of attempting to be a YouTuber is in 2006. And then I left it, and then I came back in 2014.
Okay.
And I started a new channel. It's still up there. It's called Mango Bust. It's still up there.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
You'll see like other channels like of me pop. It might pop up. So I've been trying to do this, and then just me like in 2016 was like a year of me just I'm always trying to do this. Why I don't really do this? And then I keep watching these other content creators changing their life, and slowly but surely I say, you know what, I gotta give it a chance. So you're doing it now, so give it a chance, and it's gonna be rocky. That's how it's supposed to be. But through these particular times, you're gonna learn so much valuable lessons. So that's gonna make you grow. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about, like that. But you got to go through these pains, because some people find success easy. You know what I'm saying?
Must be nice.
And more power to them, but they miss all those valuable lessons and stuff like that. I was in a meeting with a couple of YouTubers recently, and they don't even know how to do live stream. You up on them? Yeah, you up on them. They don't know how to do no live stream. This, that. I said, damn, you got to do this. And I'm like, okay, it's a lot of YouTubers out there that not even comfortable showing a face, having comments in the comment section, willing to have a conversation. Hold on, I'm gonna tell my people on live stream if they want to watch the rest of this interview, because I'm on Instagram, guys. If you want to watch the rest of this interview, go to this channel right here. I'm gonna show you right here, guys. I am live right here. Okay, it is called Big Boss Real Talk. All right, go to it on YouTube. There it is, Big Boss Real Talk, and you can leave a comment, or if you just want to see what's going on. If you are a YouTuber and you have questions, I see a couple of you ask questions on the stream. If you want to ask it on this page right here. All right, peace, love to you there. All right.
That's what's up, Mr. Multitasker.
You know what I'm saying? I told you I was gonna do that. So you know what I'm saying?
You did. Okay. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. So, man, Venezuela.
Yes.
How did that happen, man?
It was never planned, man. That Venezuela was never like, I mean, obviously I always wanted to go to, I want to see the whole world. You know what I'm saying? But Venezuela was, I guess, just mandatory after what I've been going through here in South America. After the pandemic happened, right? During the pandemic, everybody was in the scramble as far as the travel community to figure out what they want to do. A lot of travelers just stopped uploading. A lot of YouTubers just stopped uploading depending on what type of content they created. If there was travel based, some of them to stop in terms of anything. But I luckily was able to be in a good situation where I was able to still create content with some women here. Well, women in Barranquilla, Colombia, right? And they happen to be Venezuelan. Not that I was looking for particularly Venezuela women to help me create content. It's just it happened to be them. And so I kept being exposed to Venezuelan culture. And at one point, there was two of the girls that would cook for me went back to Venezuela. When they went back to Venezuela, you know, I didn't know if I was going to see them again, but I always told myself, well, I want to go now, for sure. Now, this is like something I want to go and see how they're living, because Venezuela is one of those countries where it's this like a difficult time. And then we all see what the news says about Venezuela.
Yeah.
So that's something that I was like, you know what I'm saying? And so basically, I just took my time learning how I could get into Venezuela, and I ended up going. And it was a really good decision because I got to see the country in a different light. I got celebrities contacting me and, you know, telling me that they really enjoyed what I've been able to produce there. And for me, that's like, you know, for that, you know, for not only locals, but like people at a particular level, just was like, yo, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's been a wonderful time.
Like Tupac, all eyes on you, because as you know, Venezuela is very like forbidden almost. So for anybody to bust up in there and be able to go, all eyes were on you. You know?
when I was going there, like you got to go through a process through the embassy. So I had to go to the embassy in Mexico. I was in Mexico for a while. A lot of people didn't realize why I was in Mexico. And shout out to my ex-girlfriend. She was able to vouch for me because you got to go through an interview, and she's Venezuelan. And so she was able to like answer some questions and facilitate some things for me. And so in terms of me getting in, I was able to get in. But
wow,
they wouldn't know what I do for a living.
YouTube.
Yeah, but you got to be careful when you say YouTube, because it could look as your media, you're from America, your media, what you want to go to Venezuela for? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it there? You want to go
propaganda? You want propaganda to
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I talked to the embassy officials about why I want to go. I kept it real with them, and they let me go. All right, for the views, man, for my people, and of course to show the world Venezuela, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
So when I got back, I had to go back. My visa is done. I'm not in Venezuela right now, but I had to go back to the embassy. So when I walk in, the guy's like, "Oh, how are you, Ace?" Like I was like, "Damn, you remember me?" Like
he was following you.
Oh, he said that. He said he watched it. He watched it. Yeah, when I walked into that embassy, it's like, "Oh, what's up?" I said, "Okay."
Good job. I mean? You made a good impression. He said, "Okay, young man, I see you."
Yeah. So that was cool. You know what I mean? So.
That's what's up. That's what's up, Venezuela. Now, I have to ask you, how many countries have you been to? Do you even know or even remember?
No. I haven't been to that many countries. I've been traveling for a while, but I haven't been to a lot of countries. Because what happens is I like to stay in certain countries. I like to stay in countries for a minimum of 1 month, right? Yeah. So that's why it seems like I'll be the most time I spent in any country was Colombia.
That's your second home. Colombia is your home base.
Yeah, I could say that. You know what I mean? But like would I live here indefinitely? I don't know. If I could find like a nice type of living arrangements here, then maybe I would do that. But there's other places in South, like Vietnam, I would live there. Argentina, I would live there as well. You know, it's just great places to live, and as far as money, when it comes to American money, it can really bring you far. So, yeah, I would live in all those different places. But I think to answer your question, I've been to, now I can finally put Haiti on the belt, right? Haiti, Aruba, Turks and Caicos, Mexico, Costa Rica. I'm not gonna even put like Panama because it was like a transition. So Colombia, Ecuador, Argentina, Brazil, Vietnam. I was there one day in Japan, but I went around. I ain't spent too much time, but one day I got a visa for 2 days. But I made a video in Japan. I put Japan because I was there, and it was more than just Panama, like just staying in the airport connection. Japan and Thailand. So I think that's like what, 12?
12?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have to read this out because speaking of money, I have my first only super chat of this whole stream. $5 whole. Shout out to Omar Suez. He says, shout out. Let me bring it up. Remember, I'm on the, what's the name? Okay. Shout out to you guys. I'm from Miami, Little Haiti area. Ask Ace if he is a Red Raider also. He'll know what I mean.
No, I'm not a Red Raider, but depending on how old you are, if you ever been to a place called Cecibon, I used to be there all the time. Cecibon is between northwest 2nd Avenue in front of Edison Middle School. And I used to be over there. And at one point, I used to be working there in the back flipping chickens and making plantains. It's a Haitian restaurant. Yeah, okay. I used to be in the front too. I probably served you too, and you don't even know it. I probably served you. Yeah, so like if I go to Little Haiti, depending on who it is, they're like, oh yeah, I remember, blah, 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 blah. So yeah. But I didn't grow up in Little Haiti. My cousins and family grew up in Little Haiti. I'm not from Little Haiti. Okay. I think because people think I'm Haitian that I'm from Little Haiti. No, I'm not from Little Haiti, but I be in Little Haiti.
And I have to say, since you spoke in your childhood, super dope for you paying off your mom's house. I mean, that was epic, man. That was epic. I think that's a dream of a lot of Black men once they become successful, no matter, through what mean, whether through sports, rapping, entertainment, or just business and finance. Whenever they become financially able, one of the first things you always hear a brother say, I'm going to buy my mama a house. And you did the next best thing. You paid off your mother's house. So that was dope, man. Shout out to you and shout out to your mom, man. That was a dope moment.
Yeah, man. It was it was like when I was seeing that I would be able to do it, I called my sister up and she was like, what do you want to do for mommy's birthday? And I was like, okay, we doing this. She was pissed off because she's my older sister. And so she pissed off in a way like she wanted to be the one to do it. You know what I mean? Because she has a very decent career. She makes a decent amount of money. Okay. But she wanted to be the one to do it, and I was like, let me do it. I'm her only son. You know what I mean? Right. 2 sisters. So it's like, all right, well, it was gonna take a while to do that.
It was your idea. It's your idea. Then she went. Oh man, shout out to your sister, man.
It was gonna take us like you gonna do it now? Oh, you can't do it now. Okay, let me get it. Let me take care of it.
Family matters. Shout out to your sister. Bless her heart, man. That's what's up. So, if you don't mind me asking, how many brothers sisters do you have? Is that
2 sisters. That's it.
Oh, that's okay. It. There's 3 of you guys. There's three of you guys, huh?
There's 3. It's us 3. That's it.
2 girls, 1 boy. That's what's up. Shout out to you. So, man, you say you only been to 12 countries, but I'm sure a lot of cities, different cities within those countries. right? And
Depending. Not too many in certain cities, but yeah, depending.
okay. And then, like I say, when you go to places, you tend to stay at least 1 month, if not more. What is, I got to ask the question, man.
Go ahead.
What is your favorite country, or give me top 3 out of 12? I know Colombia is one, so outside of Colombia, what is your top 3 out of your 12 countries?
Vietnam probably going to be one of my top. It's in the top. It's always going to be in one of the tops.
What? Vietnam? Wait, over Thailand?
Yeah. Actually, believe it or not, I spent 4 months in Thailand, 2 in different cities.
I remember.
And so I got to see different perspectives. I love Thailand too. But in terms of living arrangements and in terms of peace of mind, I feel like Vietnam would be cool. And not only why Vietnam is so good, either way, because like it's real cheap to fly to Thailand.
Right.
Exactly. So you see what I'm saying? Like you could live in Vietnam and go to Thailand, or vice versa. You could live in Thailand and go to Vietnam, but I'd rather just live in Vietnam and go to Thailand. The other way around. So
is Vietnam, now they all cheap. So this is relative. Is Vietnam, the standard of living, even cheaper than Thailand?
Yeah. A lot of expats have moved to Vietnam. They had their lives in Thailand, but Thailand is kind of tricky because of the way the government works with expats there. All right, their policies are a little bit more stricter in terms. So a lot of people just say, you know what? In some cases, some people had money in the banks and had an issue taking their money out. You know what I mean? I don't recommend anybody that lives in the States.
What? And my 2D passport flexing, boy.
Because of people trying to avoid international fees, that's why they do that. But I never recommend anybody like substitute their main bank for a foreign bank.
Right.
Make sure they keep the brunt of their money in the country they were born in.
An American bank. What do we have? The FDIC that insures it up to $100,000.
I don't know.
Well, we know you got the million, so you don't care about the $100,000. But man, you got the millions, man. Wow, they had problems getting their money out the bank. Yeah, man. Shout out to the DR. I just had visions in my head of things going wrong with money in the Dominican Republic banks. Man, these other countries, smaller countries. They set up and they ran a certain way, and all your money's in they bank.
Yeah, don't do that. Just put just enough, or just transfer enough, or whatnot. And you might have to get that fee, but just put that part of the overhead. Like that's part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Cost of doing business, baby. It's the cost of doing business.
Mm.
What? Yeah, that's crazy. Yes, so you was asking, I guess you follow along, man. You follow along. That's good. So you heard through the grapevine, Bossy Boss is going to Thailand. I'm leaving next week. I'm leaving Tuesday.
Are you ready?
Man, I'm so ready. I'm leaving Tuesday. And I'm going to stay for all of 2 weeks. Yay! Huh?
Have you been there?
Yes, one time before. I've been right before the pandemic, like literally. I went November 2019. And,
okay.
Right. And we know what happened in January 2020. Boom,
no, I was in Thailand around that time. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I was there. November, I was in Thailand. No, I got there. I think I got there, late November.
Oh, I had left right before Thanksgiving because I was trying to come back home before Thanksgiving. So I guess I must have left November 20-ish, 23rd, 2nd, something like that. Yeah, man, I loved it. I only went one time. I stayed for 1 week. I did 2 days Bangkok and 5 days Pattaya. And
this is real time. Did you like the fact that there was a party every day?
Man. What are you talking about, man? You don't know the difference from a Tuesday to a Saturday to every day is a freaking Saturday. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It blew my mind, man. It blew my mind. Even now, it blew my mind. So I haven't been to 12 countries like you, sir, but I've been to 5, and out of my 5, Thailand is number 1. And I only been there once. And that's the only country I've been to once. I've been to the DR 4 times, Brazil 4 times, Colombia 3 times. Oh, I'm missing one. I don't know if I count Mexico. I've been to Thailand once. And that one time, so I really wanted to get back, because you know, like sometimes you can experience something. You experience something one time, and it could be in your mind. You say, maybe that's just the first time. I got to go a second time to see, but I never got my second time because of the pandemic.
How many hours to get there? How many hours?
All of them. It's like 21. It could be like 21 hours.
How many? 21?
21. 21.
To get to Thailand.
Yes, sir. All of them. You know, you said how many hours? All the hours, right? But man, it was worth it. Dude, I would have been back, and we're talking 3 years, so I easily would have been back 4 or 5 times, but for the pandemic. So this is only my second time. I'm finally going back. And I love it. So this time though, and you know what? I'm glad I have you on here, sir, because I wanted to ask you, in your months of staying in Thailand, and I followed you while you was in Thailand, you also went to Phuket, correct?
Yes.
And funny, I remember one particular video, right? All your videos, but one particular video, I could swear you was in Phuket, and you was at this bar, and this is one, it's still sticking in my mind. It was these 2 bar girl chick that worked there, but one particular with the tattoos, and she was always hovering around you. You probably know what I'm talking about, because she had a bubbly personality. You was in Phuket, and I guess it was a bar you went to almost every day, and I guess they worked there, the girls worked there, but one always pretty much hung around you a lot. She was full of energy.
It was Phuket? It was in Pattaya with MJ?
Oh, you know what? You know what? It could have been Pattaya. In my mind, I want to think it's Phuket. But
is it MJ would do live streams and the girls would drink alcohol?
No, okay, but if I remember correctly, these girls worked there. They like kind of worked there. But when you came, whenever you came, they almost forgot they was working. They'd hang around you. And one was very light.
Daytime. It was at night or in the daytime?
It was daytime. It was daytime.
It was at a surfing place?
Yeah, it's kind of by a beach. Daytime.
Oh, yeah, man. Shout out to the girls. I think you're talking about
I remember their energy. I remember their energy. They was just like so hyped. Yeah.
Man, so shout out to those girls, man. They live like rock stars. They live like rock stars. They party like rock stars. So they'll be hitting me up that was one of the reasons what made Phuket so special, because with those girls I made friends, and they would call me, like it'd be like 11 o'clock. What you doing? I'm chilling in the hotel, bored as hell. Come to Walking Street. For those who don't know what Walking Street is, they have them in several different places, and it's a place where there's nothing but bars and mega clubs and this go-go bars where you might see girls. You know, you've been in a strip club, right? But it's outside, at least in Phuket, and the girls be just dancing with be everything. It's a fantasy.
They try to grab you and pull you in sometimes.
Sometimes in Pattaya, they do that to you.
Yeah, Pattaya, yes.
They'll do that to you. And Phuket is a different stilo. Pattaya is more of you'll see more of a tourism crowd coming to that one. Not Pattaya, excuse me. Phuket, you see more of a tourism crowd. You see more of foreign Westerners coming there. And the other side, you'll see more Asian. In Pattaya, you'll see more tourism still, but you'll see more Asian. The Asian crowd go that way in Pattaya a little bit more. And then you'll see a couple of foreigners, but it doesn't compare to what you see in Phuket. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to them girls, man. We still cool friends. I still follow them on IG. We don't really talk that much, but yeah, they made my trip amazing. I remember we'd go to the bar. I'd be drunk and we'd be playing tic-tac-toe.
Connect Four and all that.
Okay, you there? You was there. Yeah, you was there.
Man, I'm Bossy-Boss, man. And that's crazy. That's years ago. That lets you know how energy can transform. Years later, I still remember their energy and their vibe.
But that's what it's all about too. It's about those experiences. You know what I mean? Because that's always been one. I still yearn that, these experiences, random going to these random places, meeting random people, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, we all in one accord, talking shit, getting your ass beat. There was times I was drunk playing Draw 4. Mm-hmm. I remember, now you bringing it back to me, and they would whoop my ass every time, and every time I lost, I had to buy them a beer. And man, you talking about those girls at the bar? I'm like, hey, no, those girls, every time it's like a hip hop bar.
Yeah,
it's a hip hop bar.
They was lit, man. I know. It's been years, but that's the trip. I remember that. They were lit.
And they drink me down. They will drink me down under the table, man. But man, shout out to that. Oh man,
yeah.
You want to go? You make me want to go back over there, man.
Hey, I'm gonna find them. So
go ahead.
Yeah, but I got another super chat. So I believe in reading out my super chats. Paint Your Lifestyle. Okay, shout out to Paint Your Lifestyle. That's a cool name. $5. Hey, what's going on, Ace? I was in Barranquilla in Argentina the same time you were. I'm a travel content creator as well. I reached out. So I guess he tried to reach out to you. Paint Your Lifestyle. Okay, well.
I appreciate the reach out. My bag, I get messages all the time, and sometimes I don't have time to respond to them, or believe it or not, I might not even have time to meet a person. You know what I mean? If I already have a particular agenda. So I don't know. Was it recently or in 2020? Did you read? Because if it was 2020, I was in the city very long. If it was like during the carnival time, yeah, it's like I was on a mission.
You were turned up in Argentina. That Argentina really raised a lot of questions about the money situation in Argentina. Something like you said, like half of money you can rip a bill and this and that, and the blue money. It's something you were saying. I don't know.
Well, okay, so if you first think about it, you think it's like any other country. You bring your American money, you exchange it. It's more. Its value is a little bit more, right? Like in Colombia, you bring $1. And that dollar is worth 3 times as much.
At least
for 30 cents, you can a dollar you could buy a bottle of water, depending, in Miami.
Okay.
In Colombia, 30 cents buys you that same bottle, right? Okay. But that's not the idea of what's happening in Argentina. So that was a shock to me. So apparently they have a black market, and then they have a bank market. And so in order for you to tap into the black market in terms of what's the rate, you have to send yourself some money. So let's say, for example, my hotel room, I'm gonna give you a clear example.
Okay.
Right? My hotel room, let's say my hotel room was $200. I'm just giving you examples, right?
Okay. $200 USD.
Yeah, I stay there 5 nights, right?
Yes, sir.
What is that? $1,000, right?
$1,000,
right? So they want $1,000.
Okay,
but I can pay them with my debit card. If I pay with my debit card, they're gonna charge my bank $1,000, or I could pay them in their money, Argentina money, right? Okay. So if I go to Western Union and send myself $1,000, they're not gonna give me they're not gonna give me $1,000 their money. They're gonna give me $2,000 their money. That's the under market. So it's like normally they should give you $1,000 equivalent of their money. They don't. They give you
1,000 equivalent, right?
Yeah, they don't. They give you 2 times that amount.
Wow.
So it's like I have $2,000 on me. So I take $1,000 that they just gave me, right? And I'll go ahead and I'll pay off what I need to pay off. And I still have this extra grand on me. So initially, what I was about to pay, which $1,000 now is $500. You get what I'm saying? Because I just sent the money to myself through Western Union. So I know it's a little. If you understand what I'm talking about in the comments, guys, let me know. But yeah, it was a wonderful experience. I know it's like a hard time, but hey, it is what it is. So like you'll go to.
I'd have been wiring myself all kind of money then. Just to left. Huh?
Yeah, that was a situation. I said, well, hold on, can I just send this back to my account? Just take some money and I'll flip it. You know what I mean? It's like, no, it don't work that way. They're gonna like, yeah. Only in Argentina it works. You know what I mean? So because I was like, oh shoot, I'm about to flip a couple stacks out here.
With it. Man, okay. Wow. So Argentina, I gotta ask you, since I have you live, racist or not? Much, little bit, lot, whatever.
Okay, so I have a documentary coming out about that.
Okay,
I can give you some key pointers. Like there is people fear what they don't understand or not aware of. But at the moment, Argentina, like I became like a celebrity there. You know what I'm saying? Walking around like
it was a celebrity everywhere. Come on, you're ace, man.
As far as Argentina, I was known a little bit more than normal, right? And so what I learned was the country is in a transition mode at the moment because it's being hit with it's being visited with a lot of expats moving there. And I'm talking about people from Colombia, Panama. I met people from Colombia, Panama, Dominican Republic.
Wow.
I went to the Dominican Republic club in Argentina. You know what I mean? I've been to a Dominican club in Miami. I know the vibes. And so like a hood Dominican club in Miami, I know the vibes. And so it was straight up the same vibe when I went into
Wow.
I got a video about it, right? Okay. And so, as far as anything goes, you see all type of cultures there. And not all of them, you even see some Africans there. And so when I say Africans, I'm talking about from the continent living there.
I figured, yes.
Some Haitians there too. And so what you see is like Argentina, especially Buenos Aires, is slowly becoming a melting pot for immigrants. And that exposure is helping the citizens learn about other cultures.
Oh.
So like Argentina is interesting. It's like one of the countries that's just more like enclosed to itself. But because of the immigrants coming to the country, they're slowly learning about different cultures, different people, and understanding this is that and this is this. No one, for the most part, came to me racist. They might have wanted to do nothing, but they realized I wasn't broke. You know what I'm saying? I don't come around like, you know what I'm saying? But they realized he got it, you know what I'm saying? So even that in itself is a lesson to them to let them know, like, hey, you're not
judge a book by its cover.
Not that they're thinking that, but you're not bigger than anyone else. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? So they know that. So, but yeah, you can go there. You can go there and have a wonderful time. For me, the main thing though is to have a positive mind frame, because I do see other travelers who might feel like, oh, it's not for me. And I've seen this from a lot of women traveling content creators. They'll spell a whole country out. Oh, don't go there. It's not for us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, we can't continue to think like that. We can't continue like only certain countries are the countries we should go to. We need to keep pushing the narrative. That way, if it was an issue, it'll slowly change. You know, people would knock me. Oh, you didn't go to Africa. You didn't go to Africa. Well, wait. Yet, right? That's yet, right? Of course I want to go. Africa is expensive. And Big Boss, you know I've been broke. For, you know what I'm saying? You see the broke Dusty.
You ain't broke no more, though. You ain't Mr. 14 grand for one video. Yeah, that you put out, your own numbers you put out.
For one video?
Yeah. Okay, well, okay, maybe I misspoke. Then you put out that
video. 40 grand for one. 40 grand for one video.
Excuse me.
40 grand for one video. Yeah, right. That's not all my videos I'm talking. I'm just making sure. No, normally, you talking about a video. You probably talking about 14 grand in 1 month. Yeah, I put that out. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But no, even though it's like when we go to these countries, we need to keep pushing the narrative in terms of I have every right to be here as the next person. And it's not because of my skin tone. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate some people just feel like, oh, I'm only going to go here. And if that's how you feel, then fine. But for me, I'm going to continue to travel. And during my early stages traveling, I could not afford to travel to Africa because flights, just getting there logistically and making the proper video wouldn't make sense. Now I can. So I'm planning. Hopefully within a year I'm there, you know? So I can do it, but I don't like when people just say, oh, you need to be in Africa. Like, why do I need to be there? You know what I mean? I could be wherever I want to be. You know what I'm saying? And eventually I will go to Africa to learn about more African culture from that continent. But I think it's also important that we also travel to other places and we can still educate ourselves about different African cultures. You can see the picture behind me. I'm in Colombia now. This is a picture behind me of a dark-skinned woman being celebrated for a carnival. You know what I mean? So that goes to show you like there's so much stuff we need to learn. There is the African continent, but we got to remember we also there's a diaspora history that matters as well. And so my time in South America, I get the opportunity. Central America, I get the opportunity, and then this side of the world, I get the opportunity to do amazing things and meet amazing people, but also get to meet other cousins, my cousins in the diaspora. So it's a cool thing.
Remember, the slave ships went somewhere everywhere, right?
Yeah,
the slave ships went somewhere everywhere. But but shout out. That's why I left it up the $2 comment. He paid money, so that's why I left it up there. Anytime he ever thought about hitting Madagascar, because a lot of people are not giving super chat. So when someone do give a super chat, I'm gonna read it out. So $2 or not
on the list, most definitely
on the list. You hear that, Bug Travel? On the list.
See. I don't know how I'm going to approach Africa because I could do it in a way like, boom, I'm in one country, then like 2 videos, and then boom, I'm in the next country. But for me, I know that's extremely hard, right? I like to be in one country and just be chilling, make some friends, eat their food, go in the refrigerator, you know what I'm saying? Right. And really get a sense of community. So it might take years, you know, how many countries in Africa? You know, but
54, I think 54 countries in Africa, I believe,
and they're huge.
Right.
You know, my boy just sent me a video, and I knew this already. Since a child, I knew something was up. When I was a child, and I went to elementary school, like kindergarten, and they would show the map, and we would be like, "Oh, that's my country. This is my country. That's my country." Right? You know, I said, "Where?" I used to ask the teacher, "Where I'm from? Where I'm from?" And they say, you from here. You from this side. It's like, it's so small. It's so small. I was like, what? And I look at there's numbers of the different countries on the bottom, and they have different landmass there, and it shows how big Africa is. And I was like, but look, the landmass is bigger. I don't know why is it showing it smaller. I didn't understand that this was the indoctrination of imagery put on children at an early age. But I noticed that in the beginning, like, you know what I'm saying? Africa is huge, right? You know what else is huge?
Right.
South America is bigger than Europe.
Yeah.
The landmass that's considered Europe, South America is bigger than that.
Brazil
You know
is huge. I didn't appreciate how big that chunk of Brazil by itself was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow.
So when you see one of these real maps, right, that's what they need to start doing, showing these actual maps of the real landmass in proportion, that you'll see it. But you know why they do these things, obviously, right? But
the dominant society, they want to put that in your mind frame like you're less than, you know. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Shout out to Gold Money ENT. We got these questions about where you want to go, Mr. Traveler. Great conversation. Ace, when you going to Accra?
You want to rephrase it again? Maybe, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't know that word. Accra. I don't know. Great conversation. Ace, when you going to Accra? I don't know all these damn places these guys talk about. I guess it's in Africa. I don't know where that is. Hey, he sent the super chat. I'm just reading it off.
Thank you.
Thank you for the $2.
You might be talking about Antarctica, but
I don't know.
If he's talking about Antarctica, I've been there already, and I mean, you'll see a bunch of videos. Like right now, guys, I'm in Colombia. Mm-hmm. I'm taking time to deal with my mental health. Traveling, you keep traveling and traveling. I think a lot of people might say, "Oh, that's in Ghana." All right.
Okay, Ghana. Okay, I didn't know that. I was just reading it off.
Appreciate you. In terms of travel, I think a lot of people are like, "Man, that's my dream job." I mean, I've been doing this thing straight for 2019, January 31st, and so sometimes you just want that break.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You want that break from getting on a plane and pulling out a camera and filming. So now I'm taking a break. I'm on my break. I'm on a diet, everything, just trying to get things straightened out for me. It's been 1 week. So almost tomorrow makes today's officially 1 week.
Okay.
Since I got here. And just working it out. But I have a lot of videos that I haven't released yet. So even though I'm not traveling, you're still going to be getting a lot of content coming from me, man.
Hey, the life of a YouTuber.
Mental health. You know what it is sometimes? I'll be honest with you, JoJo. Sometimes I'll be like in a hotel room and I'll just be by myself. And I'm not looking for any company. It just be this lost in my own mind. I think us as men, sometimes we get on that type of that vibe. We don't want to talk to nobody. We just want to just be by ourselves. And so for me, I tell myself, you know what? Let me get on the proper mind frame in terms of just be rejuvenated. You go through a lot of stuff, as much as people you meet, you hear their stories, all of that is coming into you, traveling and meeting people and going this place and stuff like that. It takes a toll on you. You might not even know it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Right. I think what people may look like, oh, Ace, your life is amazing. You're around beautiful women. You're making money traveling. What more can you ask for? If I was able, like people who are like actually in terms of have been close to me in the same room with me, they get pissed off first off with me because They be like, Ace, let's go here, let's go here. They be waking up, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I got stuff to do. I'll see you later, you know, and not no disrespect. It's like, nah, I can't go ahead like that. I wish I could go, you know what I'm saying? I remember I was in Bogota. I was at this hotel and my boy was in the other room. He's like, man, I'm going to get some coffee. I was like, man, that sounds like fun. Let me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's cool. And then he's like, oh, let's go play basketball with the cats over there. I was like, nah, I got to get to work. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's still a 9-to-5 job. I mean, to some, it may look like, oh, I would love to trade that, right? I'm not. If you want it that bad, go ahead and go for it. No, you know what I'm saying. But I'm not saying like it is a 9-to-5 job. Yeah, you gotta wake up. You gotta come up. You gotta come with it because guess what? If you're not gonna come with it, you're going home. I don't want to go home. I spent 9 years in Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm blessing my family. I don't want to stop that. I want the blessings to keep coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessing people on the way. I like doing that. Not only that, I do like what my work has been able to provide for me as well. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's what's up. Mental health is very important, man. Okay, so Bug Travel he's at it again. Thank you, Bug Travel, for the $5. Ace, there are Afro-Iranians in Iran. They arrived there 2,000 years ago via the Indian Ocean slave trade. Have you thought about doing content on it?
I think that's a common. I always thought that it was a common thing to know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I'm in Iran, I'm gonna be with the brothers and sisters,
right?
So if I go there, and I want to go to the Middle East, so whenever I get there, pop up, what's up? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, what's up with you? See, all that. If I can communicate, get it right, we there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Right on. Okay. Yeah. Shout out Bug Travels. Ace said, if he ever finds himself in Iran, he definitely going to hook up with the Iranian brothers. That's what's up. All right. Shout out to Tampa Twine with the $10. No question. All he's just saying, salute to Ace. I love your channel, bruh. Shout out to Tampa Twine, man. Shout out to Tampa Twine.
Appreciate it.
Okay, my guy, Club Fillers. Where did it go? Shout out to Club Fillers. Do you know Club Fillers? Are you aware of him?
Yes, I know who Club Fillers is.
Barry the Boss.
That's a very interesting story. Because I didn't understand what his name was about. And then I realized he actually was a guy that he knows his way around Thailand very well. And he knows how to fill a club.
Right.
So, shout out to you, man. Ace, do you have a YouTube sponsorship and give me some advice on a daily live streamer? So, no, I don't. But if you come to my IG, I'm always talking about that. A lot of content creators come on my IG, and sometimes we go over the channel and we go over different methods on how we can enhance their channel. So we do that. We do that almost all the time on my IG. So hope that helped you out, brother.
Boom. There you go. Shout out to Barry the Boss. That's the other boss. Yeah, he's an interesting character, a brother out of the UK. He said he lived in Thailand for 7 years, and he became known for being a club promoter. He had a team, and him and his team, they would go to the gringos and the expats and the foreigners, and they would fill up the clubs. So that's where the Club Filler came in. Shout out to Barry the Boss.
My time in Thailand was also amazing. I know I said Vietnam, right?
Yeah.
But my time in Thailand was also amazing. Even in Pattaya, you get to meet some of the most interesting brothers. I got to meet some of the most interesting brothers. I remember this one brother. He was an older gentleman, man, and he was married, but he still was doing his thing, living his life. You know what I'm saying?
That's a common thing in Thailand.
he found his paradise. You know what I'm saying? And for me, as a younger guy looking at this older dude, I soaked it in. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been through a lot of different things, and I've met a lot of men who have gone through divorce and now they are single, and I get to see all different aspects of life from other people, and I soak in the game to understand what the decisions I might want to go and take. So Thailand was a cool place to see some guys live their best lives, found resolve, and found their paradise.
Yes, sir.
That's their paradise. It don't mean it's my paradise, but you know what I'm saying? But it was just good to see them happy.
Yeah.
You know, in retirement age. You know what
Exactly.
I mean?
Exactly. And shout out to Richie Mack, Zoom to Thailand. Yes, shout out to Richie Mack. Also, okay. The General tailor-made dreams out of the Matrix, $20 super sticker. That's what's up, General. TMD. And thank you, General, for being one of the many people to relay a message. Yes, sir. So,
like, you know, if it wasn't for the General, who knows if I would be here. I feel like I still would be a content creator based off of my determination, you know, but he gave me a big push on my channel. And so thank you, Taylor, man. I really appreciate it, man.
Wow, that's what's up. Tailor-made dream to General, making soldiers out here. So this is not a super chat, but it's from also the General. He says, Ace, we got to talk about Venezuela when I come back from Cuba in 2 weeks.
Okay. Make sure we set up the schedule and we can do it.
Right on. He also says, I told you it was a job to do it correctly. Man, he giving out orders. Yes, sir, General. He got the assignment, sir. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, when I was there, I couldn't talk about Venezuela when depending on the conversation when I was there, but now I'm not there, so
exactly. Yeah. Exactly. All right. We got another super chat. Like I say, you see who we got in the building, man. This is Ace Live, man. Put some respect on Ace Live. A lot of people in the building. Most of them are probably Ace Live's followers over here. There's a lot of chats. His time is precious. He already's over at 1 hour. We're gonna wrap this up pretty soon. It's on him. So if you have a question, put a $sign on it, right? So yeah. Hey man.
That's right there.
Capitalism. Shout out to Milano, the travel blogger, for $2 whole. Great live. Shout out to you and the guests. Thank you, Milano. Thank you, Milano, the travel blogger. No question. He's just giving us both a shout out. Great live. Shout out to you and the guests. That's what's up, sir. I don't want to hold you, man. I asked you for about an hour-ish or so. We've been little over 1 hour. I don't want to hold you. I know you're in Colombia right now. You're taking sort of kind of a break a little bit from YouTube to rest and relax your mind and whatnot. And at your own pace, you're gonna go through your footage and you're gonna release some videos at your own pace. And I just thank you for taking an hour out your time to pull up on my channel. And I apologize for in the beginning, all that technical difficulties. Like I said, man, but when life gives you lemons, you got to make lemonade. And for you guys watching, if you wonder why the setup is like this, I am on my phone. I'm on my mobile phone, right? You can't make this up. Boss, finally get Ace Live, and I get Ace Live on my mobile phone in portrait mode. You can't make this up. But hey, man.
No, it came out looking good, though. It came out looking good.
Yeah.
At least from what I'm seeing here.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? But what do you do when a celebrity YouTuber in my book, a celebrity YouTuber pushing 500K subscribers say, hey, I want to do a live tonight. The only answer is yes. That's the answer. Even if your laptop just conked out on you, if you got a working cell phone, the answer is yes. And we'll figure the rest out. So, man, I thank you for coming on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, my thing is I leave in a few days next week for Thailand. And this time I'm going to add in Phuket. You know, I'm going to do my 2 days of Bangkok because, as you know, you fly in and out of Bangkok. So you got to do Bangkok some kind of way.
What day are you going to Thailand?
Okay,
go ahead.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I will arrive Wednesday the 15th. I leave Tuesday the 14th. I arrive Wednesday the 15th, June 15th.
Okay, what I was wondering, because depending on when you go, they might be having a full moon party. And if that is happening, it's one of the most, and I'm assuming maybe Club Philly has been to it. It is one of the most wildest parties you can go to that's on the beach. It's like on and go part. It's like, look, and I can see you there having a wonderful time, but you got to go to Phuket to go there, right? Yeah. You got to Phuket to get there. So might be worth just to do the research to look for the full moon party. It is awesome. That's something that when I did that, I told myself, for those who are listening, in Thailand, there's a place called Phuket. They consider it an island of Thailand too. But anyway, you go there and you can arrange to go to the full moon party. Now, depending on where you are in Phuket, you got to get on a bus and then you got to get on a ferry. It could take a couple hours. You get there. You get to the island, right? The island is called Koh Phangan. They have a pre-party before the official date. So if you could do it before the date, you can start partying, meet some locals, meet some people already ready to party. Boom. If not, you get it the same day. Let me tell you something, man. Everybody is partying. You can be by yourself. You are guaranteed to meet people and have a good time. They got these cheap buckets of alcohol, right? That you can buy for like $15 or something, and it's like full alcohol, and you just drink it all night, and then you can go back. A bucket. It's a bucket, and then you just fill it. You go to the beach, and there's like different stages, right? And each stage, they're playing different type of music in each stage. In the hip hop, they might play techno in one stage. You know, the techno stage is the biggest stage, but they got the hip hop stage, and they got people jumping through rings of fire. You can do it if you want to, if you're about that life. If you're not about that life, you can record people getting burned. But it's a wonderful, crazy, wild experience, and you party. And I documented it, but man, it was I wake up like, oh, snap. Like I'm drunk. Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah.
So what of those is on your channel? I'm gonna have to go back. I kind of followed your channel. I must have missed that. You have a full moon party on your channel?
Yeah, I got a full moon party. I got a live stream full moon party, and I got I did the live stream after I filmed it. So I filmed it properly to get the energy, and then I turned on the live stream, and I did like maybe an hour or so.
What?
Around.
I'm about to do some research on your channel, man. Yeah, so my thing was, my way was to handle Phuket was, should I do Phuket on the front end of my trip before Pattaya or after Pattaya? But as I thought about it, I said I should do it before Pattaya because, like, you know, you have to kind of fly into Phuket from Bangkok. So since I'm going to be in Bangkok, I might as well when I fly into Bangkok, fly back out of Bangkok to Phuket. Instead of catching a bus or private taxi down to Pattaya and then coming back and then to Phuket and then to Bangkok. I mean, I could, but I think it makes more sense to hit it on the front end.
Like I said, if the full moon party is happening, then yeah, that would even make more of an incentive to do it. But You know, you figure things out, whatever, you know, because you're on vacation, man. You don't want to be like running around and, you know what I mean? Break. Get your break in, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to be and then be all stressed out, just getting one place to the next and be like, damn, I'm not feeling, you know what I'm saying? So, but if it's the full moon, if you can make it, do it, man. Do it.
Yeah, well, as it is, I'm already going to be running around like with chicken with my head cut off. I'm going to hit 3 cities. You know, you count Bangkok because you flying to Bangkok. Bangkok, Pattaya, and I want to add a few days of Phuket. That's it. All within 2 weeks.
You could do about 6 days in Pattaya, and then take one flight, boom, and do another 5 days in Phuket. You know what I mean? Every day walking street. You know what I mean?
You pretty on it. That's literally, so I was going to do 4 days Phuket, 7 days Pattaya, and 1 day Bangkok.
Yeah, I spent like a couple of days in Bangkok, but I really get to see the city like I wanted to. But it's a huge city, man. It's a huge city. So
I'm from America. There's a lot of huge cities. I don't need to see no huge cities. I need to see some turn up.
A lot of people like to prefer partying in Bangkok too. So
yeah, they do.
But 2 weeks is pretty good, man. 2 weeks is pretty good. But I would assume you would have been in Thailand more often because
I would.
It's the flight, the length of the flight, huh? Because
no,
it's the
pandemic. No, it's only the pandemic. Only. Dude, you're right. I would have been since 2019, I would have been at least 4 or 5 times. At least 4 or 5 times. But the pandemic hit right when I left. I left in November.
It might be a different energy. But
exactly. See, because in my mind, my last time was pre-COVID.
Yeah. So that's how it is with travel at the moment. Depending on where you're at, depending on the country. Like Mexico, they didn't give a damn. No. They won 2020 in terms of travel.
Shout out to Mexico.
They took advantage of it and blew, and now they made so much money because a lot of people just moved there. I've met so many Europeans in Mexico and when they went back, they said, I gotta get out because they feel like they're locked. They're locked in their country. Like in Northern Europe, man, they felt like they were locked in their country. It's like, man, I gotta get the hell out of here. This is the energy's not here.
No one wants to live like that, right? Ongoing. It's okay if it's for a short duration. We can understand that. But if it seems like you're trying to just lock us down indefinitely without an end in sight, and every other month, next month, no, hold on, wait a minute. No. So you're right. You're right. Shout out to Gary Snowbirds for the $2. Great live, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
What's up, G-Man?
Oh, this your guy?
Yeah, that's my boy. He's been on my channel before. He's coming to Colombia in a couple weeks. That's my boy. Wow.
So how long are you going to be in Colombia? Do you even know yet?
Man, I want to take a break like 3 months. Like no travel.
You deserve it, man.
Not when I say break, like no filming, but maybe I do a little travel because I might be going back to Venezuela because I applied for a new visa, so I'm waiting for them to approve it. But as far as anything, I might be here in Colombia. If the visa's not ready, I might be here for 3 months. 3 months here. The maximum, I could be here for 6 months if I want to, but 3 months here. And then maybe I go to another country if I'm still waiting on this visa. Maybe I go back to
Thailand, man. Go back to Thailand.
I was thinking about going back to, man, listen, before I came here, I was this close to booking a ticket and going to Vietnam. Like I was like,
you went in Vietnam, man. So Ace, have you been to Philippines?
No.
Me neither.
I like Vietnam because it's an adventure. It's like something I'm looking for. It's very difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that like, life is gonna be easy here in terms of anything like communicate with people. I like the struggle in terms of Vietnam, and not for nothing, housing is extremely cheap over there.
Wow,
Extremely cheap.
extremely.
Has the fastest internet, so it makes sense if I'm, going to be on a
Cheap,
break.
cheap housing, fast internet. Oh, you win
The
it.
people don't give a fuck, for lack of a better word.
You said what?
They don't care. The people don't give a fuck in Vietnam. They don't care.
Damn.
Like, depending on where you go to like a small. I would walk in these small little neighborhoods. Well, not small. These neighborhoods in Vietnam, right? And people just be chilling. They don't give a damn. They just living. You know what I'm saying? They live in their life, their daily life, whatever. And I'm sitting down on this chair. They be sitting on some smaller chairs, low to the ground, early in the morning, just doing their own thing. It's an adventure. I love it. It's an adventure. It's an adventure. It's a adventurous place. So I was thinking about just doing that.
So did I miss it? Have you been to Cambodia?
No. But I heard that's a cool place to go visit too, man.
Yeah.
Like all of those places I haven't been, I want to go. I want to go to Australia. I want to visit the Aboriginals. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I want to go to India. Shout out to India. I would love to go to India, visit them. Sri Lanka.
What about Bali?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of content creators there. See, like if you're trying to get your game up in terms of in terms of being a content creator, I think that's one of the cool places to go. It might be like some people stuck up. I've never been before, but I feel like it could be like that. But I feel like you might be able to meet some really smart people. There's certain places you can go in this world and you will meet a group of expats, right? For those who don't know what expat is, it's basically a foreigner living in that country, right?
Right.
Some of these expats are digital nomads. Some of them are retirees, and some of them are
military. Yeah.
Yeah, and then some of them they're just trying to figure out life. You know what I mean? And so you meet all these mix of people, but not only will you meet these people will later become millionaires. Right? Because they're surrounded by so much creativity, so much positive energy, so much people just trying to figure out life. And you'll find people with some great advice to tell you what steps you could take to if there's some type of business you're trying to create, show you different venues to create money. It's insane. It's insane. Like Bali is one place, Playa del Carmen. Okay. But once you're done partying, can be one place, but I think Playa del Carmen is a little bit expensive.
Yeah.
Playa del Carmen is in Mexico. It's by Cancun. It's like an hour away from Cancun. Those two places are real solid places. Between Bali, Playa del Carmen, you also have a place in oh my gosh. And next to I forgot what's the city next to. If y'all know the name, the city next to Playa del Carmen, Tulum. One. Yeah, and then places like Cambodia, there are like communities you can meet some people, and it's just crazy. You like, what these guys doing? I know how I got here. What these guys doing? And you'll see like early in the morning we on the computer
at the coffee shop
trying to figure out something. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn. Being around those type of environments can be beneficial to you.
Stimulate your mind, huh?
Yeah, man.
Get those creative juices
flowing. I was like, what the hell going on here?
Yeah, that it makes a lot of sense. You know, when you get out of the rat race of the West, you know, so much pressure and things going on. When your mind, you can just relax, get a lot of sleep, get a lot of rest, fresh air, fresh food, you know, without the chemicals in it, you know, be around positive people. You know what I'm saying? I can see how that can have downstream effects on you. That's what.
Oh yeah. That's why travel is so important, especially for those who in America. I want to get a little serious. You know, this past week we had a rap celebrity that passed away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you hear stories about other men getting shot by their friends because of a girl and stuff like that. And just like, what state of are we as human beings? And what happens is when you start to travel to different places, and it frees up your mind. You see, what I always try to figure out why I started liking to be out of the country. I want to make it clear, I don't hate living in the United States. I'm this now. I spent so many years there. I'm just enjoying my time out of it. But what I didn't realize is being in the United States, this is constant noise happening. When I left, I didn't hear anything. It got real quiet. And then depending if you start to live out of these countries, you become in this limbo state. Oh, they're voting for a president? I don't. Did the brand change? You know what I mean? With all due respect, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it be sometimes. And so if you are not in your right mind, or if you just get out, go see the world. I think a lot of people, the misconception is, right, there you go, that passport, right? The misconception is where you were born is where you have to die. You know what I'm saying? I think there was an artist named Machiavelli, right? The original Machiavelli. He was an artist who never got to see the world. He's famous, right? His artwork is famous, but he never got to see the world. He never took off. He stayed in one place. You don't, like, even now, where you at? What you doing? The infrastructure, you're in a queue. We all in the queue when we first start. We go to the school, or we go here, or go here. From wherever you were born. If your parents move, okay, we go here, and then we get back in a new queue and stuff like that. And then now we got a job, we're doing this, that. Now, who says that needs to be the life that you want? I mean, at least you want it. I mean, you work for it, that's it. But let's say that, who says if you're not happy, that's what you just need to be? You can be whatever you want to be. You can focus on whatever your dreams are. And, what you said earlier about the lemon, when life gives you lemon, you make lemonade. And that is 100% factual. You know what I mean? Whatever life you live now, if it's not what you are happy or content with, make the best out of it. Look at the bright side. Oh, we making money. Now let's see what we can do to invest in ourselves and invest in what your dream is. It's your turn now. You done did the 9 to 5 hours. You clocked out. Now it's your time. Now what you gonna do with that time? You're gonna rest up so you can be ready for their time again. But during your rest up time, come on, man, give yourself something. Give yourself something valuable and constructive that will make whatever your dreams are happen. You know what I mean? I know some of you guys watching probably good chefs. Some of you probably know how to draw well. Some of you guys probably make great music, have a good ear. Some of you guys are business savvy. Some of y'all don't even know. You probably be like, you could really make a lot of money in the stock industry. You know what I'm saying? Because you just have that mind frame for it. You know what I mean? Right. And maybe some of you don't. Maybe you fucked up. Maybe you don't got nothing going on for yourself, but you always wanted to do something. Now you on my, that's me. That's me. Okay? I don't know how to draw. I'm not the smartest person in the world. That's me. So what I did was, what you should do if you're on my level, right, that ain't got nothing going on, do the research for what you want to do. Do the research for what you want to do. Take the time, right? And it doesn't hurt. And make it fun. Like, oh, fine, let me see what this dude. Let me see, do research. Let me see. Oh, that's what. Oh, okay. Now I'm slowly understanding the concept. Oh, let me do this. Oh. As you keep doing this research, you are now building towards your dream. All right? Don't give it up. Don't give up on your dreams. Your dreams won't give up on you. You never know when it's gonna happen. It could happen in the darkest night. In the darkest night, on the day you say I'm done, I'm gonna just get back in this queue. That's probably when it might happen, man. Keep believing in stuff. You deserve it. All right, don't let everybody, oh yeah, I want to be this. Hell yeah, then keep doing it. Because I noticed a couple of YouTubers here, so that's why I mentioned that. Just keep focusing on making whatever your dream you want to make a reality. Keep doing that. Shout out to CJ. What's up, CJ?
CJ Foy. Yeah, shout out to CJ Foy. He said, great live, guys. Great live chat, guys. Shout out to CJ Foy. He's a real one. Yeah, my young guy right here, DYB Lifestyle, he's a trip. He's down in Colombia right now. He says, F that, bro. This is life for real. Passport game.
You see
Shout
that?
out. Yeah, he's a character. Yeah, don't worry about
it. No. What it is what you've been living in one place for so long, right? I have people in my channel who still don't have passports. I'm assuming everybody got a passport and get either if you're watching my video because you're getting ready to travel to that place, or you know, but there's a lot of people that just don't have no passport and just will not get it. Don't be that guy that I thought I was traveling when I'm from Miami. I thought I was traveling when I went to Orlando. I used to look forward to that. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm going to go to Miami for the weekend. Orlando for the weekend. I wasn't thinking, and this is when I'm an adult, I was not thinking about investing in a passport. There's a point in my time when I was making some decent money, lost all that. Next thing you know, I'm making pennies. You know what I mean? Barely. I'm in a depressed place in my life. Bottom, everything, nothing's there. I don't have nothing. I don't have a vehicle, nothing. All I have is my family. You know what I'm saying? And so at this particular point in my life, anytime I got alcohol, money, I would go to the bar and drink it up. And it was the only thing that made me feel like something was happening in my life. You know what I mean? Get dressed up, some new clothes, go to this bar around the way, get drunk, do it again, see if I could hook up with some new ladies coming into the bar. That's it.
That was it.
It wasn't until my boy, close friend of mine, he said me, I'm getting married. He met a woman from Canada, and they kept that thing going until they got married. But now the wedding's out of town, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go to that wedding. You got to get a passport. I was like, he kept asking me the passport. He's right. It's like, I said, when I get paid this week, I'm gonna go.
Did you do it?
We going? Yeah, I did it. He came. No, I wasn't gonna go. I wasn't gonna go. But he came. He's like, let's go. I'm bringing you to the place so we can apply. And I was like,
I heard that. he dragged you, huh?
I'm not gonna tell him no. I'm not gonna tell him no. He's getting married. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I got it. I can't. Even though because I was thinking even though if I pay for my passport, I gotta pay for a ticket. I gotta get all this stuff. It's gonna be expensive. The money's not coming in like it used to. But I did that, and I never regretted. You know what I mean? I never regretted that. Doing that was a blessing, and so it's started my spring of travel. That day when I went to Montreal, right? First time ever. It's initially the same continent, right? I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Same landmass, right? I go to Montreal. I go through customs, right? Like nothing. It was like, what are you here for? I'm here for a wedding. All right, go ahead. I go through customs. I got some Black and Miles. This is when I used to smoke Black and Miles. I want to smoke outside. But I'm waiting for these bags to come out. And I said, let me wait for the bag because I don't know if I'll be able to come back inside and get my bag. And I look out the window. And you know what I saw? I saw the Canadian flag. I said, what the? It was the weirdest thing to me. because it was the first time we seeing something other than American flag on the pole, right?
That's
Florida
deep.
flag.
That's deep.
But like, I was like, what? I was like, yo, I am not in this infrastructure. Mind you, I was still, low in life, trying to figure things out, trying to regain whatever I had. But I'm in the infrastructure who don't give a fuck about me, who has not judged me, who, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I love this. I love it because I've been locked up, you know what I'm saying? So I love this. And I said to myself, okay, feels good. Let's have fun. I had fun. I went to the wedding. Obviously, I was in the wedding. I was not supposed to be the best man, but I ended up being the best man. You know what I mean?
Wow. Shout out to you.
After that, the women were loving me after I made that speech. I made a wonderful speech, and the night was crazy. I was with a couple of people from my block too, so we had a wonderful party. And I got back on the plane. I had to leave early the next day because I had work, right? But I had to get back on the plane, leave. And I'm like, man, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. Let me call my friend up. He been asking me to come visit him. He lives in Aruba.
Mm.
Been asking me. He was doing some form of contract work, and his contract work was almost ending. But he had like a huge house. He told me all this stuff, and he's like, "Yo, we got a pool, everything. Come out, come through." Boom! I went there, had a wonderful time. It was an adventure of itself because the airport in Aruba power went off, so they had to push back the flights. And then we got there with no AC, everything. I said, "What type of island?" I never understood. Like, sometimes there's no power. So that's my introduction to different ways of people living. Right. He told me go to Costa Rica. He said, go to Costa Rica, you're close by. That's okay, I'm going to Costa Rica. Went to Costa Rica, met some people that took Colombia. Went to Colombia. And then next thing you know, I'm like, that blue book became my favorite toy. Not the Super Nintendo, not the PlayStation. That right there was I had everything going wrong for me. But that book, I have it here. That book,
hold it up.
If I got it, the original one. Yeah,
the original. What? The original one. How many you done went through by now?
This is one. This is a temporary one I had to get, and then I got a new one. I can't open it up all the way because it's got the info in there.
Yeah, exactly.
You can see it's all like messed up.
But is that the front of it?
Yes, the front.
So all this wore off. Dang, it's barely there.
Yeah.
So yours ain't shiny like mine. Yeah, baby. It's new though. That's why I only got it for 4 years ago.
Let me tell you something, man. I actually lost this on a plane, but they were able to find it for me like months later, right?
Oh yeah, baby.
This, if you have a favorite toy in America, try to make this your favorite toy. This will give you access. This is your card. You could call it your player's card. You could call your VIP access card, whatever you want to call it. Use this card. This is going to get you, this right here, this book is going to get you to places you never thought you can go, and you're going to meet people you never you thought you would meet before. And you never know. I'm going to tell you right now, you never know. You might meet one person on your trip that will spark something in your mind to make you do something amazing. All right? I think that's enough. Keep believing, guys. Thank you, Big Boss, for having me, man. And guys, thanks for having me, guys. Your chat was amazing today, man.
Hey.
It was amazing, man.
Thank you, man. You only said you was gonna come on to 45 minutes to an hour. You did both. You've been on here for an hour and 40, and I don't want to hold you. Didn't want to let you go. Shout out to Ayamara. When I had Ayamara on, I had to cut it short because he was outside in Kenya, Africa, and it started to rain.
You sent me the thing. I was looking at it today, and I heard the chickens making love, or was it chickens?
No, the monkey. The monkey. That was crazy, right? I still got to make a clip of that. That deserves to be its own little clip. But yeah, I had to cut it short because the rain was going on. And this time I said, hey, I got Ace Live. I'ma hold you long as I can, buddy. Hold you. I'm gonna think of something else to say to keep you going. But now I'm about to let you go, sir. Thank you, man. I'm giving you all your roses now. Tomorrow is not promised. A lot of things happen to people all the time, so that's why we shouldn't take nothing for granted. Live your best life. Don't put off what you can do today. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Guys, get your passports, book those flights, be safe, use common sense when you're out and about. And that's that. So thank you, Ace Live. You have a good evening, sir. If you're in Colombia, you're a few hours ahead. So it should be about close to 11 p.m. for you, right?
Yeah, it's almost 11.
Almost 11 p.m. So let me let you go. Get your rest, man. Thank you. I'll be in touch. Like I say, you can follow me too because I'm gonna be in Thailand and I plan to go to Phuket. I'm gonna try to find those girls, man.
Are you gonna be filming or are you just gonna be?
No, both. Yeah. See, so like last time in 2019, I wasn't a YouTuber. Now I'm a YouTuber. I don't know if you're aware, and I'm gonna let you go, but I don't know if you're aware. Thailand had just on the 1st, they just passed a new anti-recording law. Recording people in public, just did it. So it's having different ramifications. Some of the Thailand YouTubers are running into issues. Shout out to I don't know if you follow Derek Dum Dum Media. Yeah,
I met him in Pattaya.
I met him too. Matter of fact, he's coming on my show. So this Saturday, I'm having Chocolate Man in Thailand. Chocolate Man in Thailand is going to be my featured guest, and Dum Dum Media is going to come on a panel. And Dum Dum, he's going to really talk about, his section is going to talk about this new law and how does it affect the recording.
That's a very, I didn't know they was doing that. That's a very important law.
Right. Especially for some YouTubers, that's their whole channel. That's their livelihood.
Well, not only that, listen, if you can, let's put it like this. You got Mark Wines. Mark Wines, he does a lot of content in Thailand. If you don't know who Mark Wines is, he's like the biggest in terms of food travel content creators. He's the guy when he eats something, he goes, whoa, he'll eat it, he'll be, oh, wow, when he eats the food. It's like hilarious to watch it, but it's like he gets you into the plate. But he's really good at what he does. And so for those creators, right, that's cool. So you just confirm. Okay, so now what, we can't do it in public, so we do it in private, or we figure out what route we can take. It challenges you to rise to the occasion. So
it's going to definitely be a challenge. So I'm thinking, for myself, and it's bigger than that though. But I'm thinking like, wow, why does law have to hit weeks before I get there? Big boss, I'm trying to blow up my channel with some Thailand footage. So you
could probably still do it. It's just there's probably like rules to the game in terms of filming. Just make sure everybody knows whoever you film. Just let them know that, hey, can I film you? To make sure and have them say cool, or you say hello, can we just say hey,
so the crowd, or shout out to Barber World TV. I could be on my Barber World stuff when I have my lady friends back to the room. I could do the interview, the late night thirst. Say, hey,
listen. When it comes to YouTube, just make sure you are 10 steps of what might come down the pipe with YouTube. Okay, that's it. That's all I got to say in terms, because you never know depending on how things are, if you go too extreme with certain things, it might backfire for you in the long run.
Yes.
It might be good now, but that's always something I always think about my channel. Because obviously you've seen the progression. We move from one thing to the next, and we keep moving, and we keep trying to get things right. And these changes that you've seen, like I said in the beginning, that I like to just look at the analytics. These changes, what I see in the analytics, I also see the times we are in the world, and just realize that maybe I need to do a better job or in creating content and still have longevity here. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to make sure I can visit certain countries again. I want to make sure that there is some longevity, because what happens is a channel you here now, and then somehow it fizzes out after the novelty is done. After the whole the deal is done. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta always pay attention.
Right.
Yeah.
Mr. Darkness the Navigator, a lot of guys have been secretly filming the red light district. That's probably the reason. Yeah, sometimes people push it too far.
I used to do live streams in Thailand. Okay, I was killing the game at that time.
Boss got in too late. Damn, I got messed up when I go.
Yeah, I was doing live streams. It was crazy when I was doing live streams. Someone mentioned Chief Charlie. They remember that live stream.
Yeah. Shout out to my moderator, Felicia George. She said, Mark Mean will eat anything. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up. Charles Explores, Barber World. Yeah. Barber World, he's in South Africa. Yeah, his last live stream, it was turned up. But other than that, man, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you, man. You have a good night. Get some rest. Appreciate you, man. You are a real one. You came on my channel. Thank you, man. We will talk in the future, and follow along, Boston, Thailand.
Guys, keep supporting your brother. Okay, keep supporting. You never know. I'm telling you right now, he got potential to make something special happen. You know what I'm saying? I see some of you guys been following me from the beginning, and look where we at. You know what I'm saying? Keep following him. He got a unique type of style going on with his interviews. Gonna be something special. If he doesn't give up, he's gonna have it. And y'all gonna be like, I remember I was holding it down. I was there. I remember that. All right? Keep doing your thing, my brother. All right?
Thank you, man. Peace. Ace Live, y'all. Ace Live in the building. That's what it is. Peace, Ace. Yeah. Boss did it. I reached the pinnacle. Check in effect. I am Mara. Ace Live. Who can do better than that? Shout out to Ace, man. Ace is a real one, down to earth. Like I say, he's pushing 350K subscribers, on his way to 500,000. Great guy, great energy. Like I said, I still love that the brother paid off his mama's house. How cool is that, right? He's been doing this for years and years, always on the go. So he really deserves his downtime right now in his second home of Colombia. And he took time to come on my channel. We spoke behind the scenes. He said he can give me 45 minutes to an hour. And here it is, he rocked out double. He said 45 to an hour. And he rocked out for an hour and 45 minutes, right? Shout out to Ace Live, and shout out to you guys for pulling up, watching. Those who watched in the beginning, it was kind of weird and crazy. In transparency, I'll go ahead and say that my laptop that I normally do my live streams on, that I built my channel on, it conked out on me last night, and it was what it was. I said, well, hell, I'm going to Thailand next week. I don't plan to do no editing while I'm in Thailand anyway. I'm going to be getting footage, and by the time I get back, I get it fixed. Lo and behold, I talked to Ace Live earlier today, and he says, boss, I'm coming on your show tonight. I'm like, wow, what do you do? Game time. Your live stream laptop goes out. Hours later, Ace Live call you, say, I'm going live with you. What do? You fucking go live. That's what you do, right? So that's why I'm on my phone, portrait mode, and, I want to turn it to the side for landscape, but for some reason in this StreamYard, even when I turned it to the side, it would not landscape. It was locked in portrait. That's why it looked like this with the black borders. It is what it is, man. You know what? Everything happened for a reason, right? I'm gonna break this down before I get off of here. Thanks for the guys who's still watching, even though Ace has logged off, right? Anybody who's still watching the Bossy Boss. That's very interesting. I finally have my biggest YouTuber today, Ace Live, when my laptop stopped working, right? Ace Live on my cell phone. Ace Live on my cell phone that won't even go into landscape mode. But you know what? When life hands you lemons, you make lemonade. So yeah, this is very good. Again, thanks for Ace Live for pulling up on the Big Boss Show. Those of you who are still watching, like I said, next week, Big Boss will be going back to Thailand for my second time. I was there in 2019, November 2019, loved it. But right after I left, November 2019, we know what happened that shut down the world in 2020, and I was not able to go back. So this is my first time going back. Last I remember, I went during high season pre-pandemic. So now I'm gonna have to see what it's like now, but I will be there next week. This weekend, right before I leave, in regards to me going to Thailand next week, I have Chocolate Man in Thailand. Chocolate Man in Thailand, he will be my guest this Saturday night, live, not pre-recorded, live. Hopefully I get my laptop to work, or we're going to be right here on this damn cell phone making lemonade again, right? With Chocolate Man in Thailand, and Dum Dum Media is supposed to pull up, and most likely Richie Mac zoomed to Thailand. You know what it is with Bossy Boss. I'm the plug. Thank you guys. You guys have a good night. I'll read the last one. Ron Bizzo. Thanks for a wonderful interview, Big Boss. Good vibe. Well, thank you, sir. Hey, man, it takes two to tango, right? An interview, it can't be an interview with one person. It takes two to tango. So shout out again to Ace Live. Chip 4029, he says, I think they are targeting the guys that yeah, most likely. And in regards to that new anti-recording law in Thailand that just passed weeks before I go, man, how come they couldn't wait to after I go, right? Most likely that's what they're probably targeting, and it'd probably be that selective enforcement, right? It's going to be real touchy go. So, and then they catch you recording, what level they're going to take it, how hard they're going to push it. If you're doing with your phone, you're going to take your phone and then want to erase all your stuff. So now you might lose other stuff. I don't know if I can really risk that, man, So, yeah, in a way, it kind of sucks. Weeks before my trip, this new law, but I'm going to get out there. I'm going to see what I see. I'm going to record what I can. And definitely, whatever I can't show, Bossy Boss got a mouth. You guys know that by now. I damn sure will talk about it, and I will paint the visual picture. And like I always say, I know everybody got different situations. I get it, money, time, obligations. But sometimes you got to get out there. You got to pull the trigger yourself. You can't always live vicariously to everybody else all the time. But I understand a lot of people have different situations, right? The main one being money. Hello, especially nowadays, right? if your money is funny, you know, if your bills and your finances or responsibilities, you know, sometimes you might just can't go right away. But it is a thing to making your own experiences, right? Making your own. You can't just live vicariously to everybody. But then again, that's why YouTube channels exist. But yeah, so it's the balance. It's the balance. So yeah, it kind of sucks, man. It sucks. Right before my Thailand trip, they passed that anti-recording law, right? But I'm gonna record whatever I can record. Try not to get in too much trouble, and I'm definitely gonna report back. So it is what it is. Uh-oh, one last super chat before I get out of here. Thank you, sir. Ron Bizzle, cool. Hey, that's what it is. Ron Bizzle. Felicia Jordan. Good night, everyone. Good night. Well, you know what? I think I can run my mouth for a few more minutes to make it an even 2 hours, right? It's something about it, right? Once it posts on the page and it has a little timestamp, you know what I'm saying? So I think I can run the clock out, you know what I'm saying? Run the clock out. Keep the ball, hog the ball, run out the clock, whatnot, a little bit longer. That's what's up. Yes, sir. In that regards. And thank you. And again, you know, thank you for the guys who sent the super chats. And I hadn't checked, especially I'm on the phone, right? And I don't have the alert. I really got to set up the alerts. Whereas, because I know some YouTubers do that when they get the cash apps that they really can't see on the front screen, they have an alert. But I got to set that up because normally I normally get a couple of cash apps. I don't know till after I end the stream. Then I check. So, oh man, you know what I'm saying? So anyone who sent any cash apps behind the scene, I'm thanking you now. And if you didn't, shame on you now. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm running out the clock. Might as well. Only need 2 more minutes. Still got a bunch of people up in here. Yeah, it was a great live, man. Club Filler channel. Yeah, that's his channel. You guys, if you haven't already, go subscribe to Club Fillers. Like I said, he's a brother who lives in the UK. But he had one point lived in Thailand for 7 years, and he became known for filling up the nightclubs. And that's a shout out to Club Fillers. He does daily live streams every day, and there's always 5 things about this, 5 things about that. Hey man, everybody got to eat. Shout out to Barry the Boss, Club Fillers, man. Shout out to everybody. That's right. Almost out of here. Gonna wrap it up. You know how these things are. Whenever I hit the end button, it always like either takes away like 10 seconds or gives 10 seconds, so it's kind of weird. So I'm gonna let it hit 2 hours and 10 seconds, I guess. That's what's up. Going through these. Yeah, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. So since I'm still talking, I got a video dropping tomorrow. I pretty much got to put the bells and whistles on it. I'm talking about Thailand. You know, I'm about giving shine to people, to my guy, Jay. I had him on my show a few weeks ago, a featured interview. He's a young combat veteran. He lives in Thailand now, and he's staying at the Grand Hotel. I'm going to hook up with Jay. He has a YouTube channel called Players and Patia. Small channel. He only has like not even 300 subscribers yet. So I'm trying to blow him up. You know, each one teach one, right? Here it is. You got, you know, I have guys with 100,000 subscribers, 150,000 subscribers, 350,000 subscribers come to a channel with 1,300. How can I act funny with someone with like 300 subscribers, right? I mean, even my little 1,300 and the guy has 300, I have 1,000 more than him. That one little 1,000 more than him is a whole lot lesser than somebody with 300,000 to my little 1,000, right? So that's, you know, what I love about the camaraderie. Each one teach one, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just beautiful things when brothers can come together and help each other out. So yeah, you guys make sure you go subscribe to my guy. Name of his channel is Players in Pattaya. He's one of the main guys I'm gonna hook up with when I go out there to Thailand. And of course, Richie Mack zoomed to Thailand, and even my guy Aaron Ferris, Black Men Travel. You know, Aaron Ferris, Black Men Travel. He's actually in Thailand, and he ain't leaving no time soon. So on this particular trip, Richie Rich Roll the Tape will be going, and Brand Joy Around the World. So we're going to be out there deep. So it's going to be an interesting trip. You're going to have all these YouTubers. You know, Richie Rich live out there. Richie Mack zoomed to Thailand, and then Richie Rich Roll the Tape, Brand Joy Around the World, me, Big Boss, my guy Jay, Players in Pattaya, all these YouTubers, man. We're going to be deep. Hook up with Chocolate Man in Thailand, Dun Media. And we can't freaking record. What's up with that? But that's what it is, man. About to get up out of here. Oh, got one more. $5 super sticker from Melvin Riddle in the middle. That's what's up. Mr. Daggerson Navigator. Well, I appreciate you giving a chance to appear on your show. Much respect, right? Much respect. Yeah, so just follow along, man. Follow along. You know, I'm gonna give you guys something while I'm out there. I'm gonna have to I'm out there. I'm gonna be in Thailand for 2 weeks, so I'm gonna have to figure it out. You know, and it's one thing, you know, when you hear like the news reports, and it's another thing, as we all know, especially us travelers. Once we actually get on the ground, you know, once we physically get in the country and we get on the ground and we can see what's really going on. I can see just how far I can push that thing. And but it's also going to be, again, make sure you guys tune in this Saturday when I have Chocolate Man in Thailand and Dun Media specifically. They are there, right? They are there in Thailand, and they're going to tell us, at least right now, about the filming. So when I get there next week, I can kind of know how far I can get away with the filming, what I got to do, you know, but I plan to go live while I'm out there. If I can't go live out in the street, hey, I'll be live in my hotel room, and it'll just be story time. Boss will give you a whole lot of stories, and I'll paint the mental picture in your head like you was there. But that's what it is. Big Boss, real talk. From where? Oakland, California. Again, 1,000 times shout out. Thank you to Ace Live for pulling up on the Big Bossy Boss show. Thank all you guys, and especially the Ace Live followers who don't quite know Bossy Boss. Thank you guys for coming over. I hope you like what you heard. If you don't mind, give a brother a subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good. And we're going to keep it pushing. You guys have a good night. And this weekend, my live stream with Chocolate Man in Thailand. And next week, Boss is in Thailand. So that's what it is. Stay tuned to Big Boss Real Talk, Oakland. Peace.